There's far more to working with your sexual energy than just retaining your seed. And it's great that semen retention has become more and more popular in an age that is mostly an overindulgence. You've probably felt both sides of this: addiction, attachment, releasing energy in things, getting pulled around by it, feeling out of control. And then there's the semen retention arc, which is fantastic for resetting a lot of those things, having you look at your desires and having some fall away. Yet, your relationship with your actual tackle, moving through and going in and sitting with the way it's being dealt with, the way it's being used, and actually forming a new relationship there needs to happen for many. Semen retention itself is fantastic, yet if it is done through shame and running away and thinking this part of you is bad, the energy's not flowing. There's often some spiritual or energetic kinks in the field that is like, even if you see a girl and get aroused, it's a bad thing. Waking up with a massive erection is awesome. The older you get, the more you're going to appreciate your vitality, and in no way will I suppress what it is to be a vital man. This energy is our energy. This is what is moving us onto purpose, our creation. And suppressing your creative sexual energy will suppress your creativity flow, your spark, your essence. And it's a re-establishing of how you use this by spending new nourishing time there, by having a new relationship with it, by honoring the power that you hold, by loving your sexual energy and your sexual essence, and understanding that you can sit with it, sit with your power, sit with your erection, sit with what it is to be a man, and you love it. You love it. And that's the thing about the semen retainers that are often moving there through fear and shame, running to the opposite pole, feeling the benefits, then everything becomes medicine and poison, where dudes are like, I've lost my spark, I've lost my charm, or even worse, have identified as this is who I am, and then you start rejecting other parts of life. You can see in the world, it's like when you group identify, you start judging and hating even the adversary. And a lot of dudes have this own adversary within their own being. They're split, they're fragmented. You know, I shouldn't have that desire. This is who I should be. But this is who you actually are. And there is an acceptance of who you actually are, going into the shadows, understanding your desires. And some of these desires, suppressing isn't working. It's coming out in weird ways. You're losing your power. And some of these desires actually need to be moved through consciously. That you can move through some infatuations, desires, and fantasies in the 3D to have you sit in peace and rest. And most men who have found the deeper virtue within them and are operating at a high level have moved through different layers. They didn't skip the steps and run away. Some of them, when you move towards a desire, you take a step and you realize it was bullshit, but you are holding it down saying, don't come up, don't come up. But when you actually look it in the face, when you look at your shadows in the face and go towards, there can be a and a proper dissolving. And it's not that learning sexual energy transmutation, having this new relationship with yourself is like, oh, now I'm integrated. No, this is the masculine psyche of wanting a completion of things. Understand there is a rhythmic nature and cyclic nature to our universe, yet you do have free will at the same time, and your pendulum swings don't have to be from the pits of shame and despair to complete suppression and cutting off and women are bad, sexual desire is bad, because there's so many people in this loop. And I see the dance within the middle is the way. That, as I've said, to be a vital man is one of the most important facets of even health in a male. If you're sick, what happens to your libido? It's gone. You know, when you're vital, when you're on your purpose, when you're doing your thing, and yeah, retaining your seed in a way that hasn't become, if I leak this, I have failed humanity. Too much pressure on ourselves. Release the valve of the sexual energy. No, it doesn't mean to release the valve of the semen. You know, allow yourself to flow in this world as the man that you are. You can taste, because some dudes won't taste the juice of life when they're cutting themselves off from their creative inspiration. And a lot of this, if you've gone in these pendulum cycles, come back to yourself and build a new relationship here. This is why I'm running sexual energy transmutation courses I started one today. But you can jump in the next ones. I'm going to run them all the time because this was the work I did and transformed my life at like 31, 32. Led me into the best relationships of my life. I built myself up from actually breaking my penis back to the greatest sex that I can imagine and healthy relationships with women. Because this sexual energy isn't just about, oh, you want to do cool stuff with women. It's about your potency. It's about your voice. It's about your embodiment of you as a man. A lot of our masculinity is in this lower kingdom, and shaping your relationship there. If you've never done conscious work with it, you'll be completely surprised at how quickly things come online. Now, there's no cure. You know, a life's work is this sexual energy. If you're lucky enough to have a woman that you love and you're making love with, these practices and understanding how to utilize that, and then you actually get the benefits of semen retention fully through the union with a woman. And yeah, the soul merge, the codes, the being able to access the other side, the feminine and the masculine. Like, this is a superpower in this world. It's very rare that it happens. I was lucky enough to have it for a year, and it's accessible to all. Semen retention is awesome, but it won't solve the bedroom issues, the scared of woman issues, the courage, if you saw the woman of your life, to go towards her, to understand the masculine and feminine dynamic, to be free in all arenas is what I want for men. And myself, to feel comfortable in whatever circumstance I am. To embody this part of the lower domain, to be comfortable there, to love it, and then to understand its power and to understand where it's coming out and be like, hey, balancing force. And the balancing force doesn't have to be hardcore, dogmatic, identify, I've done 93 days, look at me. Semen retention is powerful and potent. All I'm saying is I want you to make sure you love you, your essence, your vitality, your masculinity. Many dudes have a heap of shame in this area. You'll be surprised how quickly it can come back online. And if you want to move past performance anxiety and the other things, this is the opportunity to do that. It's been waiting for you. Most dudes' relationships with here is jerking it off, trying to get sex. If it went well, they're the king. If they failed as a man. The pressure is too strong. Can we play? Can we understand this creative, sexual part of existence and love it? Because many dudes I speak to shame very normal things. Oh, I walked down the street and I saw a girl and I wanted to have sex with her. Sounds normal. Did you run at her? Did you do it? Or did you be like, oh no, I don't want to feel that? There's a stage on that spiritual journey where it's like, that desire's bad. I shouldn't do that. I should have 5D consciousness and never think of a woman's ass in that way. That can happen through the integration and then operating as the fullness of you at a higher level, and that's just not there anymore. Or it is, and you don't shame it because you don't act on it. You're the man, you're the I am at the back anyway. You're the runner of the show. Because there's some dudes that I see, very disciplined dudes, but you can see in the way they are, or in the energy of their being, is there the spark? Is there the, this is what I'm doing? Is there the charge? You know, that presence, that zest, that, yeah, we're alive. How good is this? Spreading that energy around. Where they're disciplined, but they're a lot on, I need to fix this, I need to fix this. And dudes can become very, very rigid in attempt to be holy rather than starting with the self-acceptance and integrating the shadows and looking at them properly. We all have them. We've all been brought up in an era of whatever era, the porn era or whatever. And a lot of you have reset that already. But there can be remnants of the shame and even the way we've interacted with it, and then the fear of getting with women and moving back into that arena. So I'll just say I'm virtuous and run away from it all. There's a lot to learn from all facets of life. And if you're a dude who's wanting to be in the world, not of it, and to dance in both arenas, you're getting a call to integrate it. If you got that call, call me, as I love this work, to be honest. And I'm going to continue doing it forever. So if there's a call, hit me up. And yeah, taste the juice again. Own this. There's no shame in being a vital man. Stand in your power. Because a man in his power doesn't need to chase it in the external. He's juiced up from the inside. Become so powerful, all you want to do is love and serve. I had this breakthrough moment a couple of weeks ago in Bangkok. Life is so full that all you want to do is help now. None of the external pleasures like, oh, I want to go get that, I want to go get that. Why? I've consciously moved through a lot of desires. But when you are of service and when you are loving, you understand that's all you need to do, all you want to do. But power yourself up first and have remedy here. Stand with the spine, speak in the truth. Most of the things I talk about is power and reclaiming that as the man and stepping into that masculine pole. The reason is for service. The reason is for love. And I think we can, from that place, allow people to understand that this is awesome. We're blessed to be here. And I'll talk to you soon. Have a great day.